Hey Black women, I want to just come and talk today about something less depressing than Black femicide. I wanted to talk about some of the things I've been seeing on YouTube concerning our image, our relations with other women, especially white women, that is getting on my fucking nerves, but I'll discuss that in a moment. But the first thing I wanted to say to you was, listen, I know that I am a very big critic on Black women and the things we need to do to get things right? Because I want you to live a very safe, informed, safe, right? And generationally wealthy possible life, right? So when I see the videos of Black women, especially Black males and other people trying to come down on the soft life and Black women living and liking soft luxury, I happen to like it myself quite a lot, right? I am not against you living and pleasuring yourself in every way that you can afford. I want to be clear. I am against you believing in fairy tales and dreams that too many content creators on here with the matchmaking and the relationship advice are trying to guide you down a road to Black femicide. That's my issue, right? But I am not against, I actually promote, and I feel this is what all Black women should do. Love yourself. Take the time to invest in yourself. Get that education you need in life, right? Let me get these two books to show you the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like, that will also, sorry for the thing being all in my nose, but I got up and I'm trying to reach for these books, right? Invest in yourself. Do things in life where you are going to get the benefit out of your hard work. Not giving it to a male or having somebody use you because they haven't got their shit together in life, but now they want to use you as the crutch in life, right? I intended to try to find out more information from other content creators who actually live well. Like, this is Vivian. She is an Asian woman on YouTube and probably every other social media. I don't know what you call them. Social media. Just every other social media we know of, right? And she talks about investment. She talks about money all the time. I bought her book. I gotta honestly tell you, it has information in it, but I feel I get more information off of the actual shorts and videos she takes the time to put together for us, because the information there is way more detailed and way more abundant than this book. But if you want to get this book, go ahead and do it. I've decided to, I got it. I'm looking through it. What I intend to do is every bit of information she has in this book for me to increase my money and to grow the money I have. I'll go back over a lot of the videos on her channel and just literally write in the additional information to what she already has in this book to supplement what was left out, so that I have all the information when I have to go back to it, or I need to use it as a source of reference for informational purposes to deal with my money. And there's always nerdwallet.com that always gives you the majority of information about money. Money is always on my mind. Okay. Then there is the other young lady I like, but she too did the same thing. This is Millennial in Debt, right? Now, Millennial in Debt is a Black woman who has an entire channel on YouTube, and she has on every other social media as well. And she also has a website that gives more information than any of those social media sites put together. So she did the same thing. This is a book. I know they write books to make money, but the thing is, the majority of the information and the real way to make money, the meat of the information, is not in the book. It's always on the videos and whatever it is they take time to do in detail. Like, if you ever go on her website, millennialindebt.com, you will find incredible sources of information to help yourself to learn how to do things and how to grow from where you are in life to get to a much more financially stable place, which is what I suggest everybody do. The only suggestion I have for you right away is look for, and you can do this on nerdwallet.com, look for high yield savings accounts, ones that offer the highest percentage yearly. I found one today, I think that offered 5.74, right? I have to look it up. I haven't finished looking up everything about it. It happened to come on, I think I was watching Yahoo News or scrolling through Yahoo News, and I saw the ad for it. So I have to make sure it's FDIC insured. I have to go online, read everything about it, because, you know, sometimes these banks have all these hidden things going on that you're not aware of until you knee deep in it. So do all of that first and then open the account. Like, I have a high yield savings account with My Savings Direct. They had, I think it might be over, but they have this reoccurring all the time. It was a savings account special where you only need like a minimum of $1,000, and I think they were offering like 5% interest. So what happens is when you put that money in for the year, you must hold it in there for that entire year, and or add to it, but hold that amount in there. That's how you get the interest on your money. So once you do that, and you learn to do that on a regular, like, you must learn to always be able to save money, especially when dealing with them high yield savings accounts, at least about $250 a month. If you can do that, constantly put that into the high yield savings, the end of the year increase on that money is going to be at least $1,000, at least, right? So if you can put money in as much as $250 to $500 a month, you're going to be that much better at the end of the year. So I gave you that information to tell you and show you. I am all in for you living well, looking good, having money, and feeling good, right? Because it feels good. I know this from personal experience, right? However, I want you guys to stop worrying about people and how they feel about you and what their opinion is of you, because, listen, it is all part of a real worldwide conspiracy, and I mean what I'm saying, to keep you stuck in society as a permanent underclass. So all of these other groups of people continue to eat, grow, and maintain their wealth off of your back and off of you having nothing. This is how the stratification of society is set up. Don't buy into the bullshit. There's actually so many books out here to read about this. Ava DuVernay, she just did a movie about this called Origin. And it is, like I said, an adaptation for the screen off of a book called Caste. The book is always much better than the movie, so if you want to get the real feel for what the people are talking about, read the book. But we all know how life goes. In society, due to white supremacy, capitalism, and patriarchy, there's always got to be a top dog and a bottom dog. Right now, we are the bottom dog. And the top dog gets nervous when they see the bottom dog going, I don't think I want to stay down here no more. I think I want to start climbing up the hill to get to where you are, throw your ass down here where I am, where I was. They get nervous. So when they see black women getting educated, moving away from black males, not having babies as teenagers and as young women, and they're more concentrated on financially being stable in life, living by themselves, releasing dysfunctional habits and behaviors that cause them to be people who use alcohol, people who use drugs, people who fuck up time management, who fuck up money management. And you start doing things that are in your best interest. And you start getting rid of people who are not in your best interest and who seem to, just really get a lot of joy of seeing you struggle. They get afraid, and they start to increase social and not just social media, as well as regular media, radio, television, and movie representation of black women being in struggle, love, strife, and poverty, because they need to bombard you with that imaging and that opinion to keep you down. Because you see, when people pump positivity in you, encouragement, advocation, belief, and support, you grow and you flourish. And practically break all of these bad habits that you didn't know you had. Okay? So they know this because they study all of these things in society. They study the dynamics in society on a whole with the people, the different groups. Sociology, you guys know that. They study it in the workforce. They study it everywhere. So they know that it only takes like a few small changes in someone's life to make a dramatic change in the overall long term of somebody's life, which is what America wants to try to prevent. So when I see these videos where you have black women trying to explain to other black women, no, you are worthy of luxury. You are worthy of whatever life you want. I'm just telling you personally, watch out for the fucking men, both black, white, and all the rest of them. If you really could live that life without them, personally, I would suggest you go that route, because any of them motherfuckers could turn on you and kill you at the drop of a dime, but you know that you have a more likelihood of being killed by black males because of black femicide. I don't advocate white men, but if that's your thing, do your thing. But be careful of them motherfuckers too, okay? Because they will throw your ass under the bus to protect their whiteness in America. Just make sure you know that, okay? There was only one man in history that was the realest fucking white man that ever lived, that didn't give a fuck about being white. He cared about what was right versus wrong. And that is the legendary John Brown. John Brown was more of an abolitionist than Frederick Douglass himself, who was the homeboy to Frederick Douglass. He got killed. Him and his son, John Brown Jr., they got beat to death in a jail after they participated in the riot. I can't remember exactly what riot it was and what harbor, if it was Ferry Harbor or another one where I would have to look that up and get back to you, where they were fighting for the rights of black people to get out of bondage, and the white people were so disgusted with this one white man being so involved in his biblical teachings that he truly believed that all people were created equal and that rightfully so, slavery was an atrocity, crimes against humanity that should not go unchallenged. And this man and literally all of his sons died for fighting for that cause. So that's the ultimate white man. I got a t-shirt and everything with him on it. I rock it all the time. Listen, if there are no more white men like him. So that's why I say what I say. You may want to be with those dudes, but ultimately they're going to throw your ass under the bus to save themselves. And that's it in a nutshell. Okay. I've also seen this other disturbing shit that y'all need to just stop that shit right now. Nip that in the bud. It's all these fucking white women coming on here with this bullshit talking about how they feel special, warm and fuzzy inside when a black woman calls them baby. Look, ain't nobody out here trying to be no real life motherfucking going with the wind character, trying to coddle and make white women feel comfortable and unthreatened by our presence, or have black women run around here trying to conform to their opinion of us. Ain't nobody out here trying to do that, right? So let them know from me to them. Nobody gives a fuck if you feel special and loved when a black woman calls you baby. We ain't your fucking mama. We ain't your babysitter. And we ain't nobody, your nanny or none of that shit that pats you on the back and, rubs your head or hugs you to make you feel good. That ain't our fucking role. That's your mama's role, right? So those days of us literally trying to take on your fucking burdens like we Sophia in the real color purple, that shit ain't flying these days. So what you need to do is go on and mind your own business. Stop worrying about black women completely, because you always worrying about every goddamn thing we do when it comes to how we look, what we doing with our bodies, and y'all really be worrying about our bodies way too goddamn much, and we ain't giving a fuck about you like that, right? And it's weird. Why are you worrying about what another woman does with her personal parts and what her personal parts look like is very weird to me. Okay? And that new trend needs to stop. I want black women to cut this bullshit out about, leading them on with this shit, encouraging it, and thinking that it's cute. It is not cute for these white women to be out here literally trying to pretend like you they fucking mammy, or you one of the women from the help who's there to put their fucking bib on and feeding they soup. Hell no, okay? You shouldn't, white women, you should not be worrying about black women, period. Go live your fucking life and stop worrying about us, all right? You are the weirdest motherfuckers I've ever seen in life. You appropriate our culture, our hairstyles. You even try to become us by creating crazy, out of touch, stereotypical caricatures of us in your personality. From the tonation in how you speak to the way you move and try to dance. And it's just too fucking crazy for me. It's like the obsession with us is really weird. It's on a level of institutionalization. Needs to be done here to a mental sanitarium or something. Like, it's something wrong with y'all. When I wake up every day, you are not on my mind. As I go about my day, you are not on my mind. When I care about things to do, you are not on my mind. Yet here in New York City, because I work in an area with a lot of hipsters, which is a lot of white people trying to be liberal down or supposedly open-minded, right? I don't understand why you got to have a term for something for you trying to be a regular-ass human being. But anyway, you can't walk down the street without these bitches trying to have interaction with you when there is no cause to have any. Like when you walk, they trying to be on your back, literally walking into you or brushing by you when they pass. Look, motherfucker, have you ever heard of spatial judgment? Get out of my damn personal space. I don't want you over here with me. This is what happens. Then, when you're working with these motherfuckers, they want to try to be all in your business, know what you're talking about, know who you like, don't like, how's your day, good morning, talking to you when you don't feel like talking. And when you don't want to tell them your business, or you don't want to perform for them because they think you some motherfucking court jester or something, then they get an attitude because now you're antisocial. Or how one white bitch said about me, she didn't like my behavior. I said, that's good because you ain't my motherfucking mother. So I don't have to, what the fuck did she mean? She don't like my behavior. Like, I'm a child and she's the teacher or somebody who's supposed to tell me how I'm supposed to behave. Man, you better take your weird acting, obsessed ass somewhere else and get a fucking life, okay? So yes, that's how I feel in general about all that shit. Please stop it. It makes us look completely fucking crazy. And they are already crazy. We know that because you see how they lost their motherfucking minds when they were not centered in the black girl follow train. So they been gone. They ain't gonna never come back or get right. So please stop that. Okay? It looks weird. It is weird. It has no good end goal. Like, I don't understand why you're doing it. We don't have any what is the word I'm looking for? What y'all always talking about with those bitches? Alliances and all that bullshit. You don't have any of that, okay? With them, they do the same shit all the time. They pretend to be liked or like you, on your side, and can understand where you're coming from. And the first time they get a chance to vote wholeheartedly against you, to knock down the majority of your rights and keep them in a position of what they think is superior or above you, they're going to go for it, even if it means them losing rights of their own. Please stop it. It looks ridiculous. When I saw that shit, I actually just wanted to really speak to the black woman and find out, why do you keep fucking with them? And why do you keep putting up things that allow them to insult us? Insult our intelligence, insult our person. Like, there's not one, hopefully not, there's not one black woman I know of or that should exist where they worry about a white woman feeling loved when you speak to them? What? Why? Then they go on to try to make it a cultural thing depending on the geographical location the black woman comes from. Because as I was reading the comments of that dumbass video, there were quite a few people that referred to Louisiana because we say the phrase baby, right? Baby. And when some other people draw it out long, mostly the ones from Louisiana, we don't mean that in no enduring term or love for you. It's just another way of greeting somebody or talking to them and trying to be congenial when you might really want to say, you stupid motherfucker, but you can't do that in public, right? Now, like I said, I ain't from Louisiana. I'm from Shreveport. So in Shreveport, we have other ways of greeting each other. We mostly say share or aunt share, depending on how old the woman is. And then when it's a young girl or a professional young girl or someone that's related to us that's just a little bit older than us, but we must give that person respect, we refer to them as Moselle, right? Short for Mademoiselle, right? So, listen, ain't nobody that comes from nowhere that may use the word baby or sugar or sweet or anything else we use as like cultural colloquialisms from the South and the Midwest, and even here in up north in New York, because we say a lot of things like that too. We say honey, sweetheart, things like that. Look, ain't none of that stuff to be taken personal. It's just a way to talk to people, to try to not have them on guard when you really don't want to talk to them at all. It's a like killing them with kindness type of thing because you really don't want to be bothered with them. But it's extremely rude and sometimes very escalating to tell people exactly how you feel. Like, listen, get the fuck away from me. I don't really care about what you're talking about, nor do I want to talk to you right now. Thank you very fucking much and move away from me. But if people mostly run around talking like that, you guys would do what you do when it comes to people like me from New York. You run around swearing we rude and this, that, and the other when you don't ever want to acknowledge the fact that you are intruding upon someone else's personal space and their person when they might not want to deal with you. And that is the thing that I realized being from New York that white people have a very, very hard time with. They don't like to say, excuse me. They don't like to say, I'm sorry, or I was wrong. Because for some reason they think very strongly in their heads, due to white fragility, that they are superior to someone, especially black women, when they are definitely not. It is incredible the amount of stuff that black women experience, well, I know I do, on a regular basis just walking down the street. The amount of passive-aggressive hostility and ignorance is unbelievable from all people. But when it comes to these white women that are out here, oh, I just felt so good because this black woman was talking to me and called me baby and told me I look nice today. Or, was like, oh, I like your outfit. Now, what they don't understand is that black women have a hell of a sense of humor, right? And sometimes you might be looking like a complete goddamn fool, and we will literally tell you look good and all that bullshit. And as soon as you walk away, be dying laughing about how fucking bizarre and crazy your ass was looking, thinking that you was killing it out here today. We will have jokes for days on your ass. So don't always think that when black women tell you, girl, you look good, go ahead, girl. Yeah, as soon as you walk about 20 feet away, but did you see that shit that bitch had on? She look crazy as fuck. And they just start going off on your ass. So listen, just go about your day. Let us go about our day and stop all that bullshit about feeling warm and fuzzy inside just because a black woman called you baby or told you look nice today or might have ended her sentence with honey child. Girl, please, go ahead, bye. Go sit down, get all the fuck the way out of here with that bullshit. where you looking for so much attention from people you don't even know. That don't make no sense. That screams mental illness and all types of fucking issues from childhood. Go sit down on somebody's couch and work your shit out. Seriously. I mean, shit's insane. You walk down the street, you got motherfuckers standing in your face so close they could damn near kiss you. Because they worried about how you look. They worried about what you got on. They worried about the curve of your ass, to the thickness of your legs, to the goddamn width of your breasts. It's ridiculous. I kid you fucking not. I literally one day, and this is some crazy shit, but this did happen to me. I was in the grocery store, and you know in the summertime it's kind of hot. Oh, especially in New York. Jesus Christ. Hot as fuck in the summer and cold as hell in the winter. But anyway, I had on cut off sweats, a pair of sandals, which I refer to as tukatas, right? There's a reason for that, but I ain't going into that story right now. So I had on my tukatas, my cut off sweatpants, like calf length, because I'm not a person that likes to show people my body. If I ain't fucking you, you don't need to be worrying about what's going on with me. So, but anyway, I had on the cut off sweatpants shorts to the, like at the calf. So I had on a t-shirt. I like to wear really big t-shirts. I like that look. It's like crazy, wild varsity look. I just love it, right? So anyway, and I had that day like these really fucking like huge puffed out Afro puff ponytails like that on the side of my head. I love that shit. I love it a lot. I do it a lot in the summer. So I was in the grocery store. I don't know, getting my watermelon, girl, because I like my watermelon. So I was getting my watermelon, and this white lady is like, oh, excuse me, miss. Right? So I turned to the side to let her buy, but her body still brushed mine. So I was saying to myself, this bitch just had to touch me, right? So then she turns around, oh, my goodness, I didn't know your behind was going to be so big. And I'm just looking at this bitch like, can you continue to walk down the fucking aisle? You know what I mean? Because that wasn't really true. Like, I have an ample size ass, but it ain't no big booty Judy type thing going on. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact that they always like to live in stereotypes and always want to have conversation with you. Like, all the time, man. All the fucking time. And at the worst times, they want to fuck with you. But anyway, to get to the point, all right, please stop it, y'all. Stop all of this nonsense with them and trying to coddle them and giving them all this unnecessary access to feeling like they have access to black women and that we're so friendly with them when no. I know personally, I haven't forgotten that you fucked around and let Roe versus Wade be taken out of here because you didn't want black women to have as many rights as you. I know that. I also know that you're perpetrating a fraud. You get upset when we make money. You get upset when we move out of our zip codes that you feel like we belong in. You get upset when we're smarter than you at work. You get upset when we're smarter than you in school. You get upset when we outshine you in many things because you cannot compete with women you don't compare to. And this shit is so real that whenever you even get involved with black guys or any guy of color, you always try to imitate us. And that right there, when you appropriate our shit, imitate our shit, it shows that you have an inferiority complex to us. So yeah, stop it. You seeking too much attention, and black women are doing way too fucking much by engaging in this shit with them. It's gonna go left real quick, so leave it alone. Because they're weird. You can't have real good friendships or anything with them because they are underliningly envious as fuck and jealous as fuck all the time. Never seems to fail. Stop it. Because next thing you know, it'll be a whole bunch of other shit going on where black women are taking the L for it when all of this could be avoided. And those videos are just fundamentally wrong, creepy, and inappropriate. If you feel good because somebody talks to you, keep that shit to yourself. Because we're not a monolith. We're not monolithic, and we're not a monolith. All black women don't want to be bothered by you, especially me. All black women don't want to be involved with you or have nothing to do with you at all, especially me. So just stop, okay? I have my own life. I love my existence and everything about me. I don't need to be worrying about you. Learn to do the same. Good night, black women. Love yourself. Rock your personality, your individuality. Keep away from these black males. Get your financial game up. This is a new year. You have 11 more months to get things better than they were last year. Get your licensed pistol or whatever else it is you need legally so that when these fools try you, send them to their maker. I really mean it. Young black women, do not listen to these fools on here with all of this relationship advice and all of these ridiculous ass black relationship. All of a sudden I see now websites or apps to bring black people together. Don't fall for it. Leave those murderous, I hate black women, all I want to do is kill you when I can't get my way, or use up all your money, or sex you up, or abuse your kids. Leave those fools for somebody else to deal with, for another woman to have to worry about them problems. You go on and live your life and find anybody else that's going to be better, or no one at all, and do what's best for you, which is be safe, get up out of poverty, get your education and your take-home pay to help you live life in the most soft, luxury life way possible, okay? I did it wrong. It's soft life, quiet luxury, all that together, okay? Do all that together, live good, live well, be safe, love thyself, and fuck all the rest of this. And please stop with the videos about white women feeling good because a black woman called them honey. That shit is just so weird. It's crazy on so many levels. It really is. Like, no one should ever need that much attention from a stranger. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right, good night. Let me go deal with my fish. Have a good night.